Welcome back, gang. It's Deltia from Deltiasgaming.com. And look, you're probably not using Sharen because, let's face it, in combat she kind of sucks. However, she has incredible utility and is going to allow you to stealth and complete infiltrations, which is the key secret ingredient to farming ultimate weapons. I'm going to tell you about Sharen, how to use her, how to complete this, why it's relevant, and why everyone in the First Descendant should use her, even though she seems like hot garbage. She's not. So I have Sharen here, and the strength of Sharen is that she has this skill, active camouflage. Her other skills are really not that advantageous, but she's the only one that can stealth in the game. You can see with my current setup, I can double the duration of her from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. So why is that relevant and why you should use her? If you're like me, you've been farming ultimate weapons. So one that's kind of the bane of my existence for some reason is the Afterglow Sword Sniper Rifle. So you need the blueprint, which is usually the foundation, and then all these parts, these specific ones, are a bit of a pain to get a hold of. We take a look at the Python here, which is one of the best submachine guns in the game. We look at the blueprint. Now, we hit the acquisition button, and a lot of these pop-ups come up, and you really don't know how to determine what's the easiest and most beneficial way to get it. So if you look here, intercept battle common dead bride 025 pattern. Well, killing dead bride on normal, that's easy mode, right? So let's click it and see what we have to do. Well, to get this 025 pattern, we need to do Echo Swamp Defend Albion Resource. So what actually is this? So I'm in Albion here, I come to Special Operations Terminal, hit Echo Swamp, defend the resource. This is one of the easy grind spots, but you can see this amorphous material pattern 025, acquisition chance 25 to 80%, and this can take anywhere from 10, 15, 30 minutes to complete all of these waves. So at each individual wave, you're going to get a chance. So 50% chance at 10 waves. You're not even guaranteed to get this. So like me, like an idiot stick, you might run this entire thing and not get one of these patterns. Or you get 2 or 3 of them if you complete the whole thing and everyone doesn't abandon your group. Okay, great, you get the pattern, now you're gonna go kill the boss. Look at this, Python has 6% chance to get the blueprint. So I have to spend 30 minutes doing this with a bunch of randos for a chance a 6% drop. I was the idiot that was doing this, but there's a better way. Let's go back to the Python here and access info. Now we'll go to the blueprint again. Okay, so Vespers, Hard, Abyssal, Void, Fusion, Reactor, blah, 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 blah. This gives the 071 pattern. So if we go look at the 071 pattern, that gives us a 32% chance of getting the blueprint. So it takes maybe 45 seconds to complete the mission versus possibly 30 minutes to complete it, and you get a massive amount more chance to get the actual blueprint or the specific items that you want. You can see the Afterglow Sword, synthetic fiber as well. These patterns, these gold ones, are the key to getting these ultimate weapons extremely easy. So the 071 pattern, if I look at this is a zone recon mission lumber yard. Now the amorphous material 070, acquisition chance 25%, I scroll down and it says, oh, there's 071 with a 5 to 25% chance, additional reward for successful infiltration. My friends told me all about this, I didn't believe them, I thought they were idiots. No, I was the idiot. It's extremely simple to do this with Sharen. So what we're gonna do is set this to private. We're gonna have a hard difficulty and we're gonna travel here and do one. Okay, here we are and we are at the area. Now this is on private, so no ding dong is gonna come mess with this for us. So I'm gonna go just on the outside, hit my stealth here, jump up, and you can see infiltrating, so I wasn't detected. Now I'm gonna hit these devices. There can be a maximum of 4, and you can go right by the enemies, they're not gonna mess with you. Now we'll get this third one down here, and then I'm still camoed up, and we'll go clear the ads now. Basically, we need to kill the boss, and that's all we need to do to complete this. So Sharen is a bit squishy, but if you can get her just to kill the boss straight away, it should despawn all these enemies. And of course, I'm infinitely reloading, and got it done. Now, oh, we got Transcendent mod, Nerve Infiltration, nice. So I got inorganic material, but I did not get the specific pattern, which is unfortunate. However, I just come right out of here in the zone, and it's on a 1-minute cooldown that was changed recently. Boom, we just got 2 patterns of shape stabilizer, and that didn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes of grinding. Hit F2. And mission complete. 23 seconds, 1 minute cooldown, and you have a chance to get both of them, which is the one we're looking for. And you can also shape stabilize that form when you actually go to the 071 to activate it. So now we would go here to the Abyssal Void Fusion Reactor Vesper Ruins to actually turn this in and use the pattern. You can see here I don't have the Polymer Void Shards. Best way I found to do it is come to the fortress here and use Viesa. You complete this mission and you get about 20 to 40 of them depending. So you come here and you need to match the specific element. So you can see it's frost. We just hit this. In case you don't know, it's going to spawn critters. You're going to kill 55 critters and then you're going to go back and hit this with the element. So the only tip I can give you with this is save your specific skill, at least one usage of it. So that way when the timer runs out, you can go back. And I'll show you this. And mission complete. Got our mods. Got a bunch of other stuff. And Polymer Void Shards 20. All right, now one last task. We have the pattern, so we need to kill a boss here in the Void mission. It'll also tell you where that is in the access information panel. So I come up here, I'm gonna kill this boss quick by hitting this. I'm just gonna use Lepic because he's halfway decent at just nuking bosses quick. Boss eliminated. Let's get our loot. And then we have the patterns. So you see these that you can cash in here just like you would a normal boss. But it's kind of deceptive. You can also use the shape stabilizer. So depending on what we're going after, we would rather have the Afterglow or the Python. So I'm actually not going to use it, but you can get energy activators as well. Hit shape. And bang! Python blueprint, of course, on a video recording when I don't actually need it. Okay, back to Sharen. You're going to need to unlock her. I'll just give you some tips on using her. Number one, you probably want a preset with her, Sharen Stealth. This is going to be focused on your durations in your mods, and also using a sniper rifle, give you some suggestions on that. Then you have different characters you're going to use, so you can swap quickly back and forth to her. So with Sharen, we're going to go into the mods. Now I have cooldowns and grinding. Number one, you're going to want to max her out to level 40 because she is extremely squishy and it'll be tough to survive because you still have to kill those bosses after you do the infiltrations. The big ones to get your duration really high is maximum duration, 40%. It's going to lower your skill power. You're not really using that. For Sharen, she's more weapon-based most of the time. Skill duration, so skill extension, and then battle stamina. Those three maxed out will get you right around 85% skill duration. That is a lot of mod sockets. So I look for increased defense, agony, and then HP collector if you're going to kill the ads. Tons of different ones, especially transcended mods if you want to nuke those bosses quickly and just avoid everything. But this is helpful if you're going to kill some ads and keep yourself alive. Now, another helpful thing to focus on with Sharen is this active camouflage gives you the ambush skill or passive. So once you use it, outgoing damage increases 100%. So if we go to Sharen and I just click the ability. Now, if I shoot my sniper here, it's going to proc or trigger that ambush. Another way you can use it is deactivate it intentionally and use ambush the shot after. Highly recommend either a shotgun in close range with a follow-up combination with your sword or a sniper rifle because it's going to double your damage for one bullet. And that is critical to make the most out of this build. You're not really going to build her for skills. You're going to build her for duration and that burst damage with a sniper rifle. The best sniper rifle in the game is the Afterglow sword, and of course I don't have it because it's super annoying to get a hold of. But a good one, just a basic one you can get a hold of is Supermoon. You can build it towards weak point damage, so you can take it into boss fights, and this is just a sample loadout you can go with that will increase your damage and weak point damage. And also, Sharen can be used in boss fights to one-shot the Devourer and some of these other bosses because of her one-shot potential is so high with the sniper rifle and that ambush. Now, some other things you're going to want to do to get this duration up to make it much easier for you is you can use external components and you can use a reactor. So if you look at your reactor, now this is kind of a jacked up one. Let's see, skill cost and effective range. You can go to something like this, which is skill duration up. Now, it doesn't make anything I'm using very effective, right? But I don't care. I just want the skill duration. So if I equip that and I go back to my Descendant modules here and I look, you can see now it's instead of 19.1, I think it was, it's at 20 seconds. So squeaks a little bit about a time out of that. Now, some of them are very easy where you can do in 5 or 10 seconds. Some of them have 4 terminals and they're really spread out. And so you really need 15, 20 seconds to hit it. Also, long distance maneuvering is very, very helpful as well because it shoots out a grapple at 25 meters. So look to get this. External components, you can get like this annihilation set. Anything that increases skill duration in your external components will also help you increase your likelihood of completing those infiltrations. Now, to unlock Sharen, you're going to have to spend 600 caliber or go get her individual parts. So if you're looking at unlocking her just by playing the game instead of buying her straight up, you can go to materials and go to Sharen, and then you can see what is specifically to do. She's not a very complex one to get a hold of, but just go to this access and scroll down and it'll tell you what you need to do to get the pattern or the individual material, like Sharen's code here at 20%. So you might have to run it a few times, and then if you're not able to get to these areas yet, that's because you're not completed in the campaign very far. So make sure you complete the campaign progression in order to unlock Sharen, or you can just spend 600 caliber in the store to get her. So now you got to unlock. What you need to prioritize is focusing on the sweaty endgame guns and unlocking them, like Blue Beetle, Python, Enduring Legacy, Secret Garden, and the Afterglow Sword. So I got a lot of work to do, but while I've been chasing these weapons this stupid way, I hope you can use this overpowered kind of hidden tactic that most people are kind of becoming aware of. But don't spend your time doing these really hardcore boss fights to get 6% drop chance like me, when you can get a 30-some% drop chance, and it just takes maybe 5 minutes to get the individual pattern. So Sharen, not the best in combat, not the most fun to play. Maybe she will get a buff, but let me tell you, she is extremely useful if it isn't just for the infiltration missions. Hope you got something out of this video, gang. Leave me a like, subscribe, comment below, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.